As you can see from the title of this video, I'm dealing with predestination. Predestination is biblical, but not in the way a lot of people think. A lot of people, when they hear the word predestination, they believe that some are born to be lost and some are born to be saved, and whether you're lost or saved isn't your choice really. If the Most High wants you lost, you're going to be lost. If He wants you to be saved, you're going to be saved, and you're born in either one of the two camps, either the saved or the lost. Now, I don't believe that, but I do believe in a form of predestination. Let me explain. If you read, I've got my Bible here, and through Romans chapter 8, you'll see the word there used a couple of times. It speaks about the Most High's foreknowledge. It speaks about a form of predestination. The first chapter of Ephesians also deals with predestination. If we're not predestined to be saved or lost, then what is this predestination all about? How many in the world does the Most High love? How many people who have ever lived did He love? Does He love? Will He love? John 3 and verse 16 says that He so loved the world. He sent His Son to die for the whole world. The condition that has to be met in order for a person to be saved is that a person accepts the Most High, accepts Christ as their Saviour and also their King, in the sense that we accept Him as the Saviour from sins past and our King, in the fact that we follow Him. He is to us a ruler, and we do what He says, and as we do what He says, as found in His Word, and we become more and more like Him. We are sanctified by the truth. And John 17 and verse 17 goes on to say, the Word is truth. So what is this predestination that Paul speaks about in his letter to the Romans and to the Ephesian church? It speaks also about His foreknowledge, God's foreknowledge. Now, what's this a reference to? Obviously, because He is God, He knows all things. He knows who will be saved and who will be lost, but that doesn't take away the fact that people still choose to be saved or lost. He knows who will choose to be saved or who will neglect salvation, because He's God. He knows everything. If He didn't know this, then He couldn't really claim to be God, could He? So He has a foreknowledge of all who will be saved. He knows all who will be lost. And as I said, that doesn't take away the fact that people choose to be saved or lost. Salvation is a free gift that has to be accepted. So again, what is this predestination referred to by Paul? Everyone who accepts Christ is predestined to have, if they keep their eyes fixed on Christ, a victorious experience. That's what is predestined. The Most High has promised us that if we follow the Lamb with us wherever we go, if we will live victorious lives. Everyone has predestined for them, those who accept Christ as their Saviour, a mission, a great work. And if we believe this and with all our hearts accepted, we will go into the gospel warfare with great confidence, knowing that we are predestined to experience victory, not only in our own experience, in our own sanctification experience, but also in our witnessing experience. So let me kind of sum up what I'm saying. The Most High's will was that all people were saved, but not everyone is choosing and will choose to be saved. Only those who choose to accept what Christ did on the cross will experience the beginning of a salvation experience. Only those, after accepting what Christ did on the cross, live in obedience to His will as expressed in His Word, as He strengthens them to do so, only those people will go on unto glory. And there are three phases to a salvation experience. Justification, when you accept Christ for the first time. Sanctification, that's what happens to us. We're purified as we obey His Word, as He gives us strength to do so. And glorification, this will take place when Christ returns. We are predestined to have a victorious experience if we keep our eyes fixed on Christ. We're predestined to do a marvellous and great work if we keep our eyes fixed on Christ. Now, when we witness to people, we have to bear in mind that the Most High wants everyone saved, and He'll do all that He can to save them, and He wants to use us as a part of doing all that He can. We also have to keep in mind that they have predestined, if they so wish to accept if that makes sense. A great work. So we need to look at people as potential Pauls, as potential Peters, and the list goes on and on. I'm hoping that what I've said, has made sense. Predestination is biblical, but not in the way that a lot of people believe. If I've not been that clear, then please feel free to leave comments and questions in the comments section below. Private message me, make response videos, but I'm asking you to do all that you do in love. In love, if you feel I need to be rebuked, do it in love. As I said earlier, I'm hoping that which I've said has made sense, and as I've said before, I hope that which I've said has been a blessing to many, if not many, at least one. Please pray for me as I pray for you.